Good afternoon and welcome. This is Sunshine Report on Osrc Television. Hi, I'm
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us on Sunshine Report. I am Jane. I know. The acting governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has urged the people of the state not to relent in their prayers for Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, who has embarked on a medical leave abroad. Ayedatiwa, who in a statement said there was no politically debilitating division in the government, assured people of the state that the governor will resume duty after his medical vacation to continue with his good works for the betterment of Ondo State in particular and Nigeria at large. And he quotes, "We therefore enjoin the good people of Ondo State and all friends of our dear Sunshine States not to relent in their prayers for Mr. Governor's quick recovery, so that he can resume duty after his medical vacation to continue with his good works for the betterment of Ondo State in particular and Nigeria at large. I cannot but enjoin the political class to be guided by good conscience in the pursuit of ambition in order to sustain the atmosphere of peace and unfettered development that we have been witnessing in our dear state in the last 6 years. Service to our people should consequently be the ultimate goal of our politicking, the sustained welfare of our people, the success of our administration, and the victory of our great party in successive elections should therefore be our guiding principles. Our administration shall neither be deterred by distraction." End of quotes. Reactions have continued to trail the new law on uniformity for judicial officers in Nigeria assented by President Bola Tinubu. The law extends the retirement age of High Court judges and others from 65 to 70 years. Joy Pius reports that while many described it as a welcome development that will strengthen the judiciary and empower judicial officers, others say 70 many judicial officers will be incapacitated to deliver.
The bill, titled Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, 5th Alteration Bill 2023, Uniform Alteration Amendment Bill for Judicial Officers, was the first to be signed into law by President Bola Tinubu since assumption of office on May 29. Though the retirement age of justices of the Appeal and Supreme Courts is already pegged at 70, the newly signed law extends the retirement age of High Court judges and others from 65 to 70 years. The legislation has also ensured uniformity in the pension rights of judicial officers of superior courts of record. Reacting to the development, some legal practitioners welcomed the development, adding that not only will it boost the morale of judicial officers, but will also enable them put their experiences on the bench to greater use.
It's a good development because the older the merrier, the more fantastic. Our judex, that is the judicial officers, they grow over time, and by reason of their growth, they gather experience. So the more they grow in the job, on the job, the better they become. And when you have better judges, they distill issues more and more fantastic.
This will tend to have a kind of a positive effect. It will act as a positive development, in that it will seem to make them more alive to their responsibilities.
Recall that the immediate past Attorney General of the Federation had opposed the move, saying it is ambiguous and having potentials of raising further agitation from justices of the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal, and advised former President Buhari to decline assent to the bill. But legal practitioners opined that uniformity of the process has ruled out such worries. They, however, expressed concerns on the possibility of some judges who have aging health-related issues to effectively discharge their duties with the extension of retirement age.
The moment a judge cannot sit, the moment a judge is incapacitated by reason of health or by reason of frailty, you realize that it will affect the docket, the judges, the cases in his whatever. And the work of a judicial officer is more of writing. Our environment and our climate has not even gotten to the advanced level where we can have stenographers, where we can have digital copying of all the evidence. And you have to write in longhand, and writing is not easy.
It will affect the intelligence of that person, because somebody is sick is likely not going to perform well.
A public affairs analyst, Pius Adeniyi, advised that the bill be scrutinized to enable it to work effectively for the masses.
The upcoming lawyers, both the bench and the bar, need the experience of the older judges. But in Nigeria, another disadvantage is that so many people are outside looking for this job that doesn't exist. So if these people perpetrate their stay in the court, where will the younger ones get job?
The resounding call is that the federal government must not stop at birthing reforms, but ensure proper monitoring of the impacts in order to get the needed results. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
President Bola Tinubu has begun putting in place a structural approach to make available cheap fuel through compressed natural gas, CNG, and liquefied natural gas, LPG, to mitigate the effect of the subsidy removal on Nigerians. The group CEO of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, Mele Kyari, speaking after a meeting with President Tinubu, said the plans would be rolled out soon. According to Kyari, the structural plan is a work in progress and was part of the President's palliative measures for citizens. He added that there was already an ongoing rehabilitation exercise in the nation's refinery, which would be unveiled in no distant time. On the other hand, the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) says it has proposed a wage award to the federal government to cushion the effect of petrol subsidy removal on workers and Nigerians. NLC President Mr. Joe Ajaero said this at the ongoing 111th session of the International Labour Congress (ILC) in Geneva, Switzerland. Ajaero said that the proposal was part of the agreement reached with the government during the negotiation on the removal of fuel subsidy. He said the wage award would not stop the review of minimum wage, which will be due by early next year. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has announced immediate change to operations in the Nigerian Forex Exchange (FX) market. A statement by the Director of Financial Markets, Angela Sarah Ejembi, said this will involve the unification of all segments of Forex markets, collapsing all previous windows into one. The changes include abolishing the segmentation of the FX market into different windows, and all transactions will now be done through the investors and exporters I and E window, while applications for medicals, school fees, BTA/PTA, and SMEs would continue to be processed through deposit money banks. With this collapse, applications for business travel allowance and personal travel allowance will be carried out at the official exchange rate at the one I and E window as determined by market forces. According to the statement, the Apex Bank will be reintroducing the willing buyer, willing seller model of the I and E window, where all eligible transactions can access foreign exchange at their preferred rates. Lush Hair Nigeria has officially launched a new range of hair extensions with unique qualities in the beauty industry. Assistant Manager of the brand in Nigeria, Damilola Abuola at the unveiling of the product in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, at an event to identify with stylists in the state, confirmed that it prides itself in offering quality and unmatched hair extensions to customers. Omerola Obeji reports that this is the first time Lush Hair Nigeria will be in Ibadan to celebrate its end users.
Lush Hair Nigeria is a hair brand made in Nigeria to enhance and improve the game of African women. The visit was necessary to engage stylists about the distribution of the brand and also guide them about the benefits associated with Lush brand. This first visit to Ibadan attracted a large number of hairstylists whose creativity, dedication, entrepreneurial spirit were highly celebrated by the brand. Brand manager, Lush Hair, Ritambara Kaka, said the essence of the event is to let the hairstylists know their global worth.
Lush Hair is all about hairstylists and all about the creativity what hairstylists put in behind all the beautiful hairstyles that are created. So this is a platform we are giving you to bring them out of your busy schedules, come here, relax, network,
To the assistant manager of the brand, Damilola Abuola, hairstylists play a major role in the growth of Lush Hair through their talents and creativity and need to be celebrated. She added that the product is light, hot water friendly, colorful and shiny to complement consumers' fashion sense. While introducing the new range of hair extensions into the beauty world, Damilola Abuola maintained that the hair brand worked on the feedback from consumers to produce more quality, attractive, acceptable and affordable products into the market.
We want to get to meet the people who actually push our brand, right? Because without hairstylists are key opinion leaders. Without these people, your brand is as good as dead. So it's a way for us to meet them, hear their problems, as you can see how the program has been going, right? Hear their problems and also show them what the brand has been doing. Because it's so easy to sit in a box, not knowing that quite a number of things are actually going on.
She assured the public that more states would benefit from the organization's hangouts and opportunities. Some of the participants testified to the quality of the brand's products.
This hangout, I'm telling you, is a great one. We, the stylists, we are the end users. So we are the ones to give them the feedback so that they will know how people are patronizing them.
We meet people then, most of the things we did not know before, we get it. There are new products, we get it here.
High points of the event include hairstyling game, dance competition, modest runway, and panning session. Omoni Olahinji, Osrc News.
In the meantime, the Department of State Services (DSS) has invited the suspended chairman of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Mr. Abdul Rashid Bawa. A statement by the DSS Public Relations Officer, Peter Afnaya, said the invitation relates to some investigative activities concerning him. This development follows President Bola Tinubu's approval of Bawa's indefinite suspension. According to a statement by the Director of Information at the Office of the Secretary to the Government of Federation, Willie Bassey, the action follows weighty allegations of abuse of office leveled against him. The statement said Mr. Bawa has been directed to immediately hand over affairs of his office to the Director, Operations in the Commission, who will oversee the affairs of the office of the Chairman of the Commission, pending the conclusion of the investigation. The Kwara State government has announced plans for a legislation that will impose punishments and fines for violations of safety protocols on water travels. The proposed legislation will be sent to the Parliament, according to Governor Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak, during a condolence visit to the families of victims of last Monday's boat accident disaster, which claimed about 106 lives. The victims, including 144 survivors, are mostly from Patigi communities. The governor said measures will be taken as discussions are ongoing with the Nigerian Inland Waterway Authority, NIWA, on enforcement of safety codes. In our sports, Super Eagles defender Kenneth Omeruo said the Super Eagles are going all out for victory against the Leon Stars of Sierra Leone. The three-time African champions will be up against John Kiesta's side at the Samuel Kanyon Dio Stadium, Monrovia, on Sunday. The Super Eagles surrendered top position in Group A to the Jortos of Guinea-Bissau, who defeated Sao Tome and Principe yesterday. Jose Posero's side will earn a spot in the 2023 AFCON finals with a draw against Leon Stars. Omeruo, however, stated that he and his teammates are fully ready for the game. And that makes it a wrap on Sunshine Report. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.